This is the episode on leaders versus followers. I will present prompts, and agreeers will go forth and present their point of views as well as disagreeers. And we will discuss that and then reset for our next prompt. And our first prompt here is society rewards disobedience. Society rewards obedience and punishes originality. If you agree, flip your tag. Society rewards obedience and punishes originality. Yes, Steve?
I think that's the case. But I don't think society does it from a point of malice or being enemies of progress. I think we live in a world where ideas, it's a very risky world. And so before we accept ideas, before we adopt ideas, they have to be tried and tested. So if you're going to go on the beaten path, we need to make it as difficult as possible for you so that, one, you show that you believe in this new idea so much that you're willing to go through hell for it. And only then can we then take you seriously and be like, okay, what's this guy is willing to go through all this hell for? Then we can consider it. Because the alternative is everyone can bring their ideas to market. And most ideas, honestly, aren't good. And it's just going to create unnecessary backlog in the market for us to sift through new ideas. And so I think making, rewarding compliance to the ideas that we already have is an efficient way of making sure that if your idea isn't that good and you don't believe in it that much, it doesn't make it to the marketplace and isn't adopted. And if you go through the hell of defying society for an idea, there must be something to that idea. I think that's why it's set up that way. So, yeah, society definitely punishes disobedience, but I don't think it's from a particularly bad place. It's just for survival. Yeah.
I think you put it very well. Not even know if I have much to add. It's scary.
Yeah.
As a disobedient,
disagreeable person,
Yeah.
I can see why people would be afraid of taking the path that I have tried to take my whole life. And sometimes even I question why I take that path. But somebody has to.
Yes.
And I hope the rewards are just as good. They better be as good for all the risk that I am taking.
Yeah.
But I cannot, in good conscience, say that I would advise other people to try to be completely original all the time.
Yeah.
It's a risky path to take, and you might not survive.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, when you said society doesn't do it intentionally.
Yeah.
It's not out of malice. That's what you said.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, haven't we evolved to a point where it's being done out of ignorance? Like earlier on, there was this system that was set up for quality control. But over time, this system was passed on without correct information.
Yeah.
And now it's just like,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
Why? You just can't.
Yeah.
So I think that's also where I grapple with that, where I'm just like, I think right now we're at the point of just, it's ignorance. It's utter ignorance.
Yeah.
Because you also cannot give me a case for why I should follow the conventional path.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. So much time has passed from the people who, instituted this quality control, as you put it. And so it just gets to a point where people just follow what's there without necessarily understanding. I mean, it definitely makes it harder for new ideas to be adopted. But I like to think that's just part of the test, part of the hurdle. It may seem like it's unnecessary. And in any case, I think if we stagnate on our ideas, reality punishes us very quickly. Something that comes to mind is like the COVID thing. When COVID happened and the whole world went into lockdown, it was later found out that previous governments and relevant institutions had created a blueprint or a map for such a scenario. However, it wasn't adopted because, I mean, the last time we had such a global pandemic was like what, 1915, 1912 there, about 1918 during the First World War, something like that.
Or like the 1990s, because there was the AIDS
Yeah.
epidemic.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
that was the closest we had.
One
to,
that, that's true. But I
Before
think the
that,
Spanish,
the Spanish
flu
flu, yeah.
is like COVID.
Yeah.
It's so similar. So, that it was like literally 100 years ago is when something like that happened. So whatever blueprint was, proposed was just lying there. And so life was like, you guys are not adopting new ideas. Here's a quick reminder that, stuff can go wrong. And so I think now if we are faced with a similar situation, our response will be much better. So to the point of if we make it super hard for new ideas to be adopted because of ignorance, because I think ignorance is a compounding effect on whatever should have been quality control, reality is quick to remind us, And the same way, I think the moment we approach 100 years from the last World War, so maybe 2045, 2050.
We should be.
Yeah, because no one alive then will actually remember the realities of war.
Yeah.
And so we are bound to make that mistake again, unless the people alive now who know the realities of such wars put in place very strong measures, like nuclear warheads, disarmament, things like that. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, make your plans before 2050.
Indeed. Yeah. I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I've grown a lot. Anyone who's known me from my younger years would be very surprised what I'm about to say next. But balance is the key. As someone who's very much on extremes, we must have new ideas. We must be original. We must have research and development. But if we remain in constant research and development, nothing really gets implemented because we have to have enough information to act right now. So I'd say try and be balanced as an individual. I have a radical position of accepting everything the way people are. If somebody comes to me, they're whatever they are, whatever crimes they have committed, try and view them as a whole human being and not reduce them to the elements of themselves that are unsavory or destructive. So if society can find a way to balance new ideas with with some kind of obedience, then it's great. But if we go, because we'd gone to the point of accepting all kinds of new ideas to any kind of point, and as you mentioned, some of these ideas are not good. I mean, to use an extreme example, there are people who said that being attracted to children is a natural sexual orientation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a new idea.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
Right? And we could say, okay, new idea, accept it, but that's very much to the destruction of many young people
Lives.
out there, right?
Yeah.
Release the Epstein files. Okay? Release them. So we need to find a balance between new ideas and and best practices.
Yeah.
That's already a challenge enough. Just do that. You don't even have to worry so much about originality.
Which makes me then ask, does something come to mind for you as a perfect system for that balance? A system that has quality control, but also is open to new ideas? Because I can't think of
I can come up with at least one strong idea, which I think nobody in the world will be against. I think nobody, which is unity. I think the greatest idea is having unified goals. If we can all have unified goals, something that we can agree on is universally good for everyone. And having a system that regularly tries to unite us as opposed to pulling us together, I think that's an idea that is great for everyone.
Can I follow up on that? Can I retaliate?
Yes, please.
Well, okay. I think 99% of human beings agree that starvation is a bad thing and it should be solved once and for all. There are those that think the best way to do that is through aid programs. There are others who argue that is not sustainable because we eventually need to teach these people how to fish and not give them fish every day. And so that already creates a political divide, or, or like you see what's happening in the US, where the new regime is like, all these aid programs have been there for a long time. This problem isn't going away, so we might as well do away with them and see if we can come up with ways to actually empower these people to be self-sufficient. However, the aid program thing didn't come from nowhere.
Yeah.
The people must have gotten to a point in history and thought, these people just need help, and we need to help them.
Yeah.
So already, we have a unified goal, which is end world hunger. But I think where the conflict arises is, how do we actually achieve that? And I honestly think all of life, all of political conflict is that we have the same goal, we just disagree on how to get to it.
Methods.
Yeah.
Okay, I would push back on that and I say I don't think we have the same goal. And I think a lot of people are not concerned with ending world hunger. Yeah, really. And are not concerned with child welfare or the growth of our society. Really. And I really think that.
Yeah.
And once more, I'm not blaming them. For whatever reasons they have, that's their position.
Yeah.
And even with you taking that aid example, and you can tell that they don't have a unified goal, because once they took the aid program away, they did not try and replace it with any other kind of program.
Yeah.
And, because they could say, we're taking this funding from this and putting it into this other program, still with the goal of ending world hunger.
Yeah.
What they did is, we've tried, we've failed, we stopped.
I mean, there's a particularly famous case where I can't remember who it was from UN's hunger program. What's it? I forget the official name. But so he called out Elon Musk for having too much money.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk was like, so you're telling me it takes $5 billion to end all of world hunger?
Yeah.
Give me a program, I'll fund it. And they never got back to him. So it makes you then think, if we don't have shared values, who's actually the enemy? It could be the same people, purporting to want to have these aid programs.
Yeah.
But think about it this way.
Yeah.
If we end world hunger now,
Yeah.
a lot of aid programs and aid workers are out of the job.
Okay.
So who's really actually incentivized to keep those programs going?
Excellent point.
Yeah.
2 points. One, they eventually did give Mr. Musk a plan a few months down the road, and he reneged on his promise.
I see.
But in his defense, they had 5 billion before.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They've had 5 billion.
Like for the UN, 5 billion is
nothing.
pocket
Right?
change. Yeah.
So that's why when I say unified, I do not think that like the World Food Program or the UN's actual goals are to provide peace or really feed the people. Not like that.
Yeah.
That's a very secondary down the road thing.
It's not what they
If it's not, that is not their mandate.
Yeah.
They are a proxy of the of like the CIA, more or less, right? They're a proxy of a foreign of the US Foreign Office.
Imperialism.
They're a proxy imperialist power.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're largely funded by the US.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love the US for different reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have some beef with them.
Yeah.
No offense to, the State Department.
Yeah. ICE.
Gonna come for me in my own country.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going
Deport
to
you from your own country.
From where outside, find me a new place.
Yeah, we just want you outside.
We just want you outside somewhere.
Yeah.
Put me on an asteroid somewhere. But once more, that's not their goal. I think once you really learn how the world works, what we say is our goal and what the actual goals are, very, very different situations.
Actually, now that I think of it, I might agree with you a bit.
Yeah. So we don't really have unified goals.
I see.
And every time we have a unified goal, we solve it.
Yeah.
Really. Like we just solve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. So I really don't think we are, as a goal, our species is trying to actively bring us together and unite us and all that kumbaya stuff that no one wants to take seriously, but is literally what we need to do with our time. We have other goals. Yeah. And a lot of the other goals are stunting on somebody else, dunking on somebody else, feeling superior. And it's largely because the real goal we have is to fill a void from some traumatic thing that happened in our childhood. That's what I really think. What happened?
That is all of life.
That's all of life.
Yeah.
Most of life is governed by childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And we're trying various circular ways of not admitting I'm traumatized as an adult. It happened so long ago. I'm finding out now and I'm embarrassed. And instead of doing the hard work of fixing that trauma and unifying our world, I'm going to come up with some other excuse to get back at like my mom, or like at Billy
Or the world.
Bob for bullying me when I was 6 years old, and the world wasn't there to protect me. So now I'll say that I'm actually I'm Greta Thunberg and I care about the environment, but it's really because when I was small I was irrelevant, and now that I'm big and I'm trying to fill that void of irrelevance with a Nobel Prize and other things. But that's not really what you're after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
The first thing you mentioned, the method you proposed, the QC that you were talking about, where we can't have all the ideas saturate the market. It will be a lot of work. But I was also thinking, why don't we just have, what is it called? Charles Darwin. That one.
Survival of the
natural selection.
Natural selection.
Yeah, why don't we have natural selection? Because it's something that we actually use in podcasting. Where a podcast is released every day. Someone is opening a podcast every day. But we know podcasts don't survive past the first year mark. So we know they'll fall off. So I also feel like maybe the society should be open enough to having all those ideas. And the ones they'll weed themselves out. The ideas that can't survive will sort of like weed themselves out. So long as we have what the concern that you brought up, we have rules that can check that. So we all have non-negotiables, like no touching kids is a non-negotiable, whatever idea you come up with. So within those rules, and all ideas just come to the market, and with time they'll weed themselves out, because what your method is looking like right now is eugenics, where we're only picking the ones that we are sure will work.
So you like a more an ecosystem that is friendlier to new ideas coming up,
new ideas,
without them being shut down.
You know what? Then I think the system is broken and it's impossible, because I've just thought. Let's say here we come up with a program to end world hunger. But then one of us is approached secretly. Let's say me, and I am told, you know what, instead of actually ending it, how about I just send you a paycheck of 10,000 USD every month for you to pretend you're ending it, but not, I'll take the money. I'll take the money.
It would be, wouldn't you?
So then that speaks to a bigger problem. You know? And I think that, so if you have a brilliant idea and you bring it to market, but I don't see how financially benefiting from it or benefiting in other ways, and especially so if it's a disruptive idea and it's going to shake my position in the marketplace, then there's no way I'm going to let it come to the market. And I don't know how to fix that.
Point of, I guess unity is the only way we can solve anything, because for as long as one of you can be bought, there's really nothing we can do about it.
And if there's a way that I can that a little pecking bird.
You can see a bird. Anyway,
Okay.
Like if that example of you being offered that 10,000 USD a month. There's like, this is an idea that you could have come with and possibly made something from. You'd have made a living wage, perhaps. Maybe not $10,000 a month. Maybe even $500 a month. But it would have been sufficient for the good that it brings to the world. And you get something. But because it is so important to us to be king. Everyone wants to be king for some reason, because we felt small at some point. Anything that brings me closer to being king. I will take over something that would have made me be more human.
That's true. That is true.
I don't think we'll ever find a solution to that.
So is there a cure for human greed? I think so.
I mean, unless...
There's already an idea I'm proposing here, so
I mean, unless God himself comes down and rules over us, I just don't see how...
Because I feel like there are societies that I see have more unity than others. And you can see how much they thrive in particular spaces.
Yeah.
I'll say, for example, like in corporate, Kenyans don't thrive in corporate, or rather don't become the best they could be in corporate because that lack of unity.
Yeah.
I'll take anything, even recognition without money, just to sell out other people.
Yeah.
When I've worked with Nigerians and they see if one of us kills, we all come together and hide the body.
Yeah.
And it was crazy for me because they can fight amongst themselves, but when an outsider fights one of them, then we come together against the outsider.
Okay.
So I'm seeing particular communities that have more unity than others. And I feel like that then means it is achievable. It's just us who refuse, because also we are raised in a culture for that glorifies individuality and just you get yours and go, you get yours and go.
Yeah.
And
I mean, okay, so here's a rebuttal to that.
Yeah.
For those who are religious, and particularly Christians, even in Jesus' close circle, there was still a betrayer. There was still someone who fell victim to the temptation of money and self-interest. So if you're that close to God and you still fell for it, I think it's just human nature. Yeah, it really is.
So
just
this
human
man walk
nature.
on water.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you saw this man walk on water,
and still like 30 pieces of silver.
Silver is more than whatever this thing of walking over water is.
Walk on water. Kwani you don't get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
What don't you
Yeah.
understand?
Envy.
Like you said, everyone wants to be king.
Everyone wants to be king.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
he thought the 30 pieces of silver is a step towards
Is a
walking
step.
on water,
Yeah.
being Jesus.
Because also when you get to the point of desperation, you think putting out another candle lights you as brighter.
But somehow that's just...
I mean, it's a way to play the game. If you can't outshine everyone else, just make sure they're not shining at
They're
all.
not shining.
Yeah, they're not shining.
Just
It's
make
true.
sure you can completely obliterate
So you're both
them.
dull.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game of
It's a
life.
question of... I mean, my hope is... Unfortunately, no system is 100%.
Sure.
So no matter how much we progress as a society, there will always be a few individuals among us who feel a bit envious, or they feel, or looking at them with love, they don't see another way that they can succeed.
Yeah.
It's just cutthroat.
Yeah.
Judas did not see how he's going to get 30 pieces of silver by being a loyal follower of Christ.
Yeah.
That's true.
He didn't see it.
And he wasn't going to get it. Ukweli.
And because he literally, because if Jesus was about making it rain, he'd have made it rain a long time ago, right?
Like bread and fish.
Like bread and fish. Just take a talent, split it in two like this, infinite money glitch.
Yeah.
And so what do we do with these individuals who feel like they can't? And then the only way, unfortunately, is to keep loving them, to keep caring about them, and then because you have to keep giving them hope and chance,
and
then maybe neutralize them in another way, make it such a way that you can't. You could be like followers, or if you're a follower of Christ, then you don't eat anywhere, for instance, or you don't pay for anything. If it is known you're one of the 12 disciples, then we don't accept your money anywhere.
Yeah.
We just give you what you can. If you show up. This is a crazy example just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But if his money is useless, he's not incentivized to take it, right?
Yeah.
Or Jesus would have asked him, okay, what do you really want? You want a piece of land?
Yeah.
I will give it to you. But I want you to know it will not give you any happiness anyway.
Yeah.
Because what did he do when he got those 30 pieces? He hanged himself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I think it was out. He was cyberbullied.
He was bullied. He was divinely bullied.
I really was divinely bullied.
He was divinely bullied and he went there.
Yeah, because anyway. I don't
So, like, I don't know, like, even this is a radical thought, but the only way that I see in which we can continue to be unified is to take a radical stance of trying to love and care about people, even when they are destructive to society, and giving them some kind of hope. I can see a way that you can neutralize them, but you have to find a way to accept them. You just unfortunately have to accept them. Because if
you had me in the first half.
If you don't accept them, if you don't accept them as they are, without judging them, then they have a reason to have beef with you.
I believe I'm a strong believer in radicalism when it comes to particular things.
Yeah.
again, if you live by the sword,
Okay.
may
Die
you
by the
die
sword.
by it. If you're my aggressor, my defense better match whatever it is you put at stake. So I genuinely believe if you're the kind who is willing to step over people to get above, whatever then will come at you, then you cannot cry foul.
Yeah.
You really cannot cry foul. So if you decide that's the path you're going to take, the path of, say, betrayal,
Yeah.
if you're constantly betrayed by people, then you really can't cry foul. That's the path you've chosen.
Yeah.
And I believe if you're met with that as well, then it can't be unfair.
I must ask you then,
Yeah.
how do we break the cycle?
I feel like people don't, I'll put it again in a very simplistic way. People don't match energy enough. I've always said this: if you throw the first punch, you cannot dictate how the fight goes from here. If you throw the first punch, George, if I pull out a knife, you cannot cry foul.
Okay. Okay.
So me, that's my rule in life.
Yeah.
And radically accept even you. You know, that's the real
Because
position.
I feel like every time, I don't know if in your experience, but every time you've been able to give people a taste of their own medicine, they quickly check themselves.
Yeah.
And if people are enabled with their bad behaviors, then you'll keep on seeing the same behavior replicated over and over.
Maybe I can give you some pushback on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big believer in human creativity and human ingenuity. And when a human being is given a constraint, first of all, they're upset because you took away an option from them, but then they find another way around that constraint. So if I give you the constraint of, here's a, let's take a pedophile, right? Here's somebody, so we take a pedophile and we say, you're not allowed to engage romantically with children, off the table. But we are also not allowed to chemically castrate you, for instance, or to kill you. So those are two constraints that we have. What else can be done in that situation? First, you're upset because you want to stab this person because they did something unspeakable to a child, yes?
Yeah.
But then once the emotions cool down, your mind starts to think of other ways to engage with this person in that can meet the criteria that you're presented with.
Yeah.
When you take the easy out of saying, I'm going to match your energy, it's cool. You'll feel nice in the moment.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll even stop that individual person from doing what they're doing. But you will not have innovated a way in which both you and this person grow.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing about being a human being. And the hard thing about being what I think we are really lacking in our current society, which is adulthood.
Yeah.
Being an adult is is responding to things not as a child, not emotionally, considering all the factors in growing your society.
Yeah.
It's difficult, it's a process, and that's what we need more of.
But I feel like when I say match energy, I mean that these things be integrated systemically.
Okay.
So even when you talk about pedophiles, I genuinely believe there's not enough men who are dead to send a message. Because when you were growing up, what's the worst thing you could ever be? The one thing your mother just said, this one, utaenda kuchomwe, ilikuwa kwa mwizi.
A thief, yeah.
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 Because we saw how thieves were treated.
Yeah.
And that was sort of like, so that's the message around.
Yeah.
Be anything but a thief.
Yeah.
And there was enough thieves dead. There was enough thieves with tire that were burnt in public.
Yeah.
There was enough mob justice for you to know, for everyone to know, I can be anything but a thief.
Yeah.
And why isn't this extended to the pedophiles? Why isn't this extended to murderers? There's not enough of them dead for us to give a case.
Yeah.
I still have more pushback, but please contribute.
Yeah, I mean, it seems this prompt should have just been a whole podcast, on its own.
as I
But
see.
yeah, here are my thoughts on that. Someone once explained why, a lot of religious text, especially the Bible, talks about like do not revenge or forgive. And so what this person said is because an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth creates a vicious, unending cycle.
Yeah.
So you kill my brother, I retaliate and kill two of your brothers. Your family comes and takes out my clan. I go get the whole tribe and we take out your tribe. And then it's nation after nation. And then it's a vicious cycle that doesn't end. So then law and religion comes up with a solution. If you kill my brother, let the law handle it.
Yeah.
Let religion handle it, and let it bestow upon this person whatever punishment they deem fit, like life imprisonment or death row. So then that means the solution that society has come up with is law and religion and culture, and shaming certain things and frowning upon them. And so then does that mean the more draconian the laws are, the more of a dictator the leader is, then the more law and order and safety and proper decorum and all that is in a society. So then that might be a case for these strong authoritarian regimes, because then
I don't mind it.
because then the opposite is the chaos we have, where almost anything goes. Because you'll hear stories of and I don't know how true this is, but places like the Arab nations where there's near zero crime, where you can literally leave like your iPhone at a restaurant in Dubai, 2 days later it's still there, no one has picked it up. But then those are dictatorship kind of countries. There's no elections. The royal family rules. Yet countries with democracy, crime rate is high. A lot of things go wrong. Systems don't work. So,
And there's a lot of justification with whatever wrong you do with, that's my truth.
I
beg.
I grew up like this.
That's my truth. If everyone were to present their truth, then we just live in a world of truths that are not, and none is similar
8
to the
billion
other.
different truths.
Anarchy. Basically.
Should I present the next prompt so that we keep moving? We really dwelled on that one.
True.
We reset, and the prompt here is: non-conformism is inborn. Not everyone can be extraordinary. Non-conformism is inborn. Not everyone can be extraordinary. If you agree, flip your tag. I think so.
I disagree. I think
let's hear from the
I feel
disagree.
everyone can be extraordinary.
Everyone can be?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like everyone can be extraordinary. I think by virtue of even being born, it's insane that you're here. Just clap for yourself for starters. You've come such a long way. You've come such a long way. Can everybody be number one? Is that what you're asking? No, not everyone can be number one. That's just it's just not okay.
It's not practical.
It's not, like if you started to write a book about consciousness, I'm so sorry. The number one slot is already taken by Mystery Monkeys by George Gathiani. So, come fight me. But you can still be an extraordinary thinker about consciousness. In your own capacity, you have an ability to go above and beyond what you are and to push the needle further and the boundary further of our understanding of anything. In a competitive landscape, yes, you will not all be number one. But if I look at the example of, for instance, the English Premier League, no one's going to be player of the year every year. But all of those athletes are incredible. They are incredible. So I do think in that regard, everyone can, if you can better yourself and you can take a look at the landscape and be better than that, then you can be extraordinary.
Okay, so extraordinary can be in your own capacity.
In your own capacity, yes.
In comparison to
if it's
then do you think non-conformism is innate?
Are
there people just born with a spirit to fight more than others?
Absolutely, yes. So, okay, see then, so I agree with the half of that first statement and disagree with the second half. But some people are just born a bit more this or a bit more that than other people. That's fine. Being non-conformist does not necessarily lead to being extraordinary, right? But there are things you can't teach. I do think there's some things you can't teach.
True.
Obviously, me and you agree. I think if you look at truly extraordinary people, and in this case, extraordinary non-conformists, rebellious people, when you get to the best of them, there's just something about them you can't learn, you can't acquire. There's an extra gear they get to that it just feels like they were born with it. And that's why some of these people even feel divine, because there's a quality about them that, you just can't acquire.
Yeah.
Your mind can't process how this person thinks and how they do the things they do. You look at some of the people in history who've been rebellious and all of that. If you read their story, you're like, what normal human being takes this kind of risk? But to them, they could clearly see how they're going to achieve what they're going to achieve. I think at that level, to be the best of the best, I think you're born with it.
You're born.
Yeah. Even a hunger to succeed. That kind of hunger, I think you're just born with it. Yeah.
I agree only from like personal experiences. I made a lot of unconventional choices in my life. I'm quite a rebel, and I can't trace it in my family. I'm the first of everything, including the extended family.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, if I look even at my nuclear family only, how come we've been raised in the exact same conditions and I'm the only one with this type of personality? So for me, just from personal experience, I think it is definitely inborn.
Yeah.
What do you mean by extraordinary, if I may ask then? Do you mean you are better than other people, or you're pushing the discipline further?
I hadn't thought of the definition of extraordinary. I just felt like the people who we think... Let me just make a reference, because I can't think of anything the top of my head. I just think of like Raila Odinga again. You might love him, you might hate him, but you saw the numbers. Like, that's crazy. That's something you cannot explain. Whether this person did nothing. But what is that? What is that hypnotic whatever you have over people? I'm thinking, there's no way
you can't replicate that.
You can't replicate that. And it's extraordinary. We've not seen it in how many years?
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
We'll never see a guy like him again.
Not in our lifetime.
I mean, maybe the next generation will. I feel like
it has to be then in the next generation, because already we know the people alive now. We know the people who are taking center stage in the political sphere and other places.
But there's your children who, when you're 80, they'll be around.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now, the next generation. Because already the stories have already begun. I don't know anyone who's been in prison for 9 years for fighting for what they believe in and who's pulling such crowds and such numbers. So I think he's a once in a lifetime thing. And I mean, the best we can hope for is when we are like, maybe in our 50s, then maybe some young person comes along then.
So is that the mark of extraordinary? Extraordinary? Or are we looking at other things like Eliud Kipchoge? Like when we say extraordinary, I also didn't think of that. I didn't think the measure of extraordinary.
What's a measure?
I mean, that's a good phrase, the measure of extraordinary, because there are a lot of, well, not a lot, but there are quite a number of people who are extraordinary. And even in extraordinary people, there are those who are super extraordinary. Because there are a lot of, even in politics, powerful people who draw a lot of crowds and who are loved by people. But you can't imagine, if someone told you, there will come a man who will outlive every party, every government for his entire life. He will never win an election, but he'll still be in every government and arguably the most powerful person in every government. Because he, like, even in the current regime, he was literally holding that regime together, the entire country together. I mean, it sounds like the plot of a movie or something, you know? And no one decides, this is the career path I'll take, this is the political path I'll take. Anyone who gets into politics is like, it's very simple. I want a particular seat, I'm just going to do what I can to get that. But to then create sort of a new political position, because now people are beginning to think, you know what, opposition politics is a profitable place to be. No one thinks that going into politics, but now there are people who are going to, you know what, I'll just be an opposition leader for my entire career. Now that's how you know Raila was an exceptional human being. That kind of exceptionality, I don't think you can teach that. I don't think you can teach that.
I mean, my best suggestion to trying to teach something like that is an ideal. Because, okay, extraordinary, if it means competitive, like you're just better than other people, you don't necessarily have to be extraordinary to be better than other people.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You can just be the fastest of the slow people.
Yeah.
You know, you're the fastest snail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the fastest tortoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. But you know, we can't say you're fast.
Yeah.
But if you're a snail that has dedicated its entire life to speed, and you just keep chugging along and moving along, and you become the fastest snail completely, you become extraordinary in your capacity.
Yeah.
So if you can think of an ideal and try and embody that ideal, I think that's probably the closest you'll ever get to truly being extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you make it competitive, you're benchmarking yourself with the ordinary.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, perhaps just to double down on that is if extraordinary is just the one who's more competitive than the others, then you just need this guy's result +1, which is a very low bar. But these people who are super exceptional, I think they're in competition with life itself.
Yes,
it's not about the crowd behind. It's a whole different ball game for them. Because what they end up doing are things you wouldn't have thought was even possible. You couldn't even have imagined something like that. Okay, but I still think it's you're either born with it.
You're mostly born with it. You can't.
Because then again, even if you look at Raila's case, why wasn't it the firstborn?
Or exactly,
or the last
exactly,
or even his children.
Or even, exactly. So there must be something there. All right, we're set for our next prompt, which is those who choose conventional ways of life aren't smart. They abandon personal dreams. Those who choose conventional ways of life are not smart. They abandon personal dreams.
I agree.
I disagree.
I need a minute. This is a tough one.
George, you are sure while
I'm sure.
Steve figures.
No, it's too harsh to think they're stupid.
That's what you were grappling with.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have worded it different.
Okay. I
mean,
said
not smart. It's
no. It registered as a stupid.
So it goes.
No, I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go first.
Yes.
Okay. The only thing that could have saved that statement is the word choice. Because once you choose something, I think already you're brilliant. If you make a choice. Because most people don't choose. They're not using they're not thinking. They're not consciousing well.
Okay.
Because conscious is about choosing. So once you choose something, you're smart. But if you settle for an idea or something, then I can't abide by that. I think it's a bit disappointing. So if you have to choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have they abandoned their dreams? Do you think if they chose conventionalism, they have abandoned something?
It's okay. Abandon them. It's fine.
No, I'm wondering if you think they have abandoned. If you choose conventionalism, then you've abandoned.
Is conventionalism what you wanted? If it's not what you wanted, then you've abandoned it.
Okay. Okay. So you, as you said, settle.
Okay.
I mean, I think if you settle for the norm, and especially if you do that after deliberation, consciously, then I think you're giving up on something because you don't achieve your dreams or anything exceptional by just doing what everyone else is doing. However, I am empathetic and sympathetic to such people because for me, making such a choice is like being in a scenario where perhaps you see a house burning and someone is in there. So you can decide to do the brave thing, which is, barge in there and try and save them. But I can almost understand why most people would just, stay away. Because the risk is too high. You understand? And, personal preservation isn't always a bad thing,
No,
So society may judge them and be like, why didn't you try to save this person? But it's like, that was a high risk situation for me, However, some people may take the gamble and decide, what, I'm going to go in there, save this person, not only save this person, but become the village hero, and there's worth to that as well, but there's risk involved. So when it comes to, not conforming in terms of life choices and life paths, I completely sympathize with people and empathize with people who decide, you know what, I have a comfortable thing going. I'm not looking to disrupt this, So I completely, that's why I don't think that they are not smart. I think it's actually a very safe and smart, decision to make. But, for those who decide to take the risk, many of you, end horribly. But for those that, actually, make something of themselves in that unconventional path, they are heroes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so if you find it within yourself to take that kind of gamble and risk, by all means. Yeah, but don't judge people who, decide to play it safe. Yeah.
I disagree only because I came to learn very recently that there are people who what we perceive as conventional is actually their dream.
Their dream.
Yeah.
All they wanted.
True.
There are women who just want to sit at home and bake cookies and have multiple children.
Yeah.
And
Where are they? Hi. I write books of good things.
I found that I've come to it very recently.
Yeah.
And that's where probably my mind changed about this.
Yeah.
And I realized probably they didn't abandon anything. That's what they actually wanted.
Yeah.
And in terms of them being smart, I do not think so. If I say I agree, that would be coming from a point of privilege because I understand a lot of the, what are they called? Decisions I've made in life are guided by I do not have a dependent. So there's no collateral damage.
Yeah.
So for people who have that, there's a higher risk, just what we've talked about. So risk comes into play for me there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess something to add on is if you're going to take on such risk, do it when you're as young as possible, when you don't have a lot of responsibilities tying you down. Otherwise, I think it's a bit selfish for a man, say, in his 40s, with a family to take care of, to all of a sudden decide to quit his job and, explore this newfound
good to become a DJ.
idea. It's good to become a DJ.
It's good to become a DJ.
Yeah, I mean, your ship sailed. Yeah. So
my choice is a key word.
Yeah.
I'll just ask anybody listening and everyone here in the studio as well to run a simulation. Pretend this is your last day.
Yeah.
You're having your final breaths. What are your regrets?
Yeah.
That's the wrong question.
Yeah.
If you feel like you'd have regretted not becoming a DJ, you better become a DJ, my friend.
Yeah.
But not with children.
You choose, okay? And make it actively. If you're sacrificing your children, sacrifice them.
Yeah.
I'm still serious.
Yeah.
If you're running into that, if you're not saving that person from the building, choose.
Yeah.
Don't be indecisive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Choose A. Tell them, salute.
Yeah.
It's over for you. I'm going to just here watch you burn.
Yeah.
I'm not coming inside.
Yeah.
And then live with that choice.
Yeah.
But choose. Always choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being on the fence is a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's reset for our second last prompt, which is the unconventional path always rewards well in the end. Do you agree? If you do,
I disagree. Strongly disagree.
I disagree as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Steve.
I mean, obviously, if you choose an unconventional path, it's unconventional because the success rate is extremely low. And, this world, there's no cosmic referee who's like, George, I see the risk you took. You've suffered enough. Let me reward you. There's no such thing. If you decide to take on that risk, the consequences will not go easy on you.
Yeah.
Best be prepared to face whatever is, down the path.
Yeah. Same. If you choose an unconventional path, abandon all hope.
Yeah.
Prepare for your demise.
Yeah.
Give up.
Yeah.
Give up completely.
Yeah.
Give up on everything you have loved and dreamed of. You will suffer beyond anything you've ever imagined and beyond even that.
Yeah.
You'll be misunderstood, ridiculed. It's, in fact, all logical thinking. Turn back. Right now, you know, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And it gets worse. Worse beyond anything you've ever even imagined.
Yeah.
And if you've heard all of that and you're still like, I want to do it, then there's hope for you.
Yeah.
Only you.
Yeah.
But don't ever tell anybody else to join you. Please. Go alone.
Yeah.
Find your crazy people on the other end.
Yeah.
Someone saw, for me, it's because someone saw my latest inventions, which are very many. Many have been stolen, but here we are. And they called it the curse of the avant-garde. You go, you go before us, you test the waters, you create the first prototype. We will never appreciate you. If anything, you will die in our hands. And then we'll take it and improve it while you're gone. And then it will be something that will serve the future generations. And I guess that's the state.
So why do you do it?
We said this life is only one.
One.
I'm not about to gamble with things.
Actually, based on what you said, there are so many famous people now who at the time when they were alive, their work was never appreciated and they died knowing their failures. Like artists, I think even Picasso and such people, where now their pieces of art are trading for like millions of US dollars. But when they were alive, they barely sold anything. And they, on their deathbed, they knew, I am a failure. This life was a disappointment. And, so that's the price you pay for taking the, path less traveled, is that you might actually be onto something. You might actually create value for the world. But you might even, never know what you created for the world.
But also conforming, as someone who just is a non-conformist, conforming is so depressing. You'd rather die on the fast lane. You'd rather just die chasing that thing that you're sure will not even reward in the end, but it's a better quality of life than conforming and feeling suffocated throughout, at least in my
Actually,
experience.
that's a good test to know what path you should walk down. It's, would you rather deal with the mundane, low-energy life of conforming, or would you rather bear the punishment of, being non-conformist? Whichever one of those two pains you're willing to live with, that's your choice.
Some of us have pain fetish. How will you tell us?
You need masochism to be great. It must be.
Our last prompt, which is our EQ point, we'll reset for that. You can't change the world and still fit into it. You can't change the world and still fit into it. If you agree, flip your tag.
I agree.
So do I. Gathiani then.
Guess I disagree, but it's semantics. Because if you're changing the world, you didn't fit into the previous one. So you're changing it so you can fit in now.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. Yeah. But if you mean people who fit in don't change the world,
that's another way to look at it.
Yeah, if that's what you're asking, people who fit in don't change the world. Largely, I would say agree with that. Because otherwise you would not feel the need to change it. You don't see anything wrong.
I mean, by definition, if you're changing something, it means it perhaps makes you uncomfortable, the setting that you're in, and that's why you feel the need to change it. So by definition, I don't think you can you can change the world and be of the world. And I think if we look at history, most people who've had an impact on this world, whether positive or negative, they were outliers. They were complete outliers.
Even negative.
Even negative. And I think it's you feel so strongly that you're a misfit in this world. And while most just accept that and let the world be and quietly retire from life, others are a bit more defiant than that and decide, I will change the world into my own image. That's like a God complex kind of thing. And so you can't be, for you to change the world, you have to be a misfit. I think so. You can't be part of the world and, even have the desire to change it.
I agree only because I have seen the greatest people who fought for their people have just died at the hands of their own people. I think the Christian saying, the Bible one, the prophet
is not accepted in his hometown or something.
Something of the sort. So I think we've seen enough of it to just know if you want to change the world, you won't fit into that one that you want to change.
Actually, I dare say every messianic figure and every antichrist figure both suffer the same fate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And mostly at the hands of the same people you're trying to liberate.
Yes.
You know, even Odinga's case, unfortunately, a few people, have taken his death as a good thing. And it's like he was fighting for you, he was fighting for everyone.
Literally.
The constitution we have now literally has his name all over it.
Yeah.
And he's crucified by the same people he fought for.
Yeah. And no, it wasn't until, in fact, that he started to conform and stopped fighting that he found any love and acceptance. When he was a full-on radical
warrior,
nothing. Right? Tortured, comes in, loses to Kibaki. They turn the lights on and off, loses to Kibaki again for an election that he won. Allegedly. Allegedly. Right? Goes back, fights, whatever. Keeps losing. It wasn't until the handshake that he had anything to
he
his
found
name.
some peace and rest, I think.
I also have a point on that, but I don't want to delve into it because it will become a whole podcast episode. Because I also felt like him never being president was also a blessing in disguise. Because if we look at it, which of our presidents have we ever liked? He probably wouldn't have the following or the loyalty he has right now if he ever got there. Because being a president is also very hard. You'll get there, there's a lot of things to put into place. And while you're trying to figure that out, you're losing street cred and loyalty. So maybe sometimes you're kept at the peripherals just to keep the power. And
that makes me think, how can one lose so much yet be a winner? It's a very enigmatic thing.
Yes.
I mean, no one in this country has lost the presidential election more than him.
This man.
And yet somehow he still feels like a winner.
This man.
OG. And the thing you said about being president, might have even made him lose a lot of his aura. That's the word people use these days. And you know what? Maybe at that level, at that political level, at the very top, being president is actually, conforming. Because, that's the whole point of the game they play there. So everyone else going against the grain at that level might be the true rebel, the non-conformist.
He's a real outsider. To the very end. Well, somewhat.
And with two agreeers, another podcast with an EQ point. And our EQ point was, let me just read it again. You can't change the world and still fit into it. And with that, Mashilingi Kichwani. So I'll start. Did I start with George last time?
No, you started with me, so George goes first.
Go first. Okay. What category would you like to play for?
Okay, now see, I'm a smarter man now. So I'm going to go with general knowledge for 20.
General knowledge for 20 shillings.
Learn from my mistakes.
I hope you get this one.
I better.
Which is the largest organ on the human body?
Skin. Ease.
You can redeem your 20 shillings at buy.
Redeem, please. Give us the code. We're happy to play.
And yes, Steve.
Okay, before I choose, I'd like to make to retaliate a point that I just made.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can lose so much and still be a winner. So
let's go for broke.
Only a fool doesn't change their mind.
So in the spirit of Odinga,
yes.
If I lose this one,
you're still winning.
I'm still winning.
You're still a champion. Let's see what you got.
I'm going to double down and stick to general knowledge at 100 shillings.
That's already played.
Oh, that's already played?
Yeah, we have 60 and 80 at general knowledge.
Okay, let me see. Who said I definitely not
quotes?
Get that?
Those
Let me try.
Easy, by the way, but
I know myself. Let me try pop culture at 80 shillings.
Pop culture for 80 shillings.
Yeah.
Steve, who is the Kenyan artist behind the viral hit Sipangwingwi? Who is the Kenyan artist behind the viral hit Sipangwingwi? You want to go without the choices?
Do I get double if I do so?
We can.
We can, yeah?
I'm the CEO of the company.
Is it Odio Muranga?
No.
Okay.
Take the choices.
I'll take the choices.
A, Major. B, X-ray. C, Triomio. D, Breeder.
Triomio.
So sad.
I didn't get it.
No, it's X-ray.
Actually, is featured.
Let me tell you, by the way,
It's
if it was
X-ray.
X-ray was the last one.
X-ray
X-ray was the last one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Triomio is on the song, right?
He is.
Yeah, he's
I
a
mean-
feature.
He's a feature.
Yeah, that
Am I the
soprano,
remix?
yeah.
I give you
Yeah.
like
The
a half.
remix,
I give you
yeah,
like
it's
a,
just
how much?
half.
I give
40
you like
bob.
a 40 bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judge again.
Okay, okay. Now I'm feeling. What's my Lembetosa telling me? I'll take Sheng for 80. These 100 ones are tough.
Sheng for 80 shillings.
Yeah.
For 80. Let's see if my
George Gathiani.
Island's street cred.
What is
Island-
Senge?
Okay, that one I know.
You know.
But give me some choices. Yeah, I know that one.
A is gay.
Uh-huh.
B is fence. C is motorcycle. D is girl.
A.
It's A, gay, Senge.
Yeah.
That is absolutely incorrect.
What?
And I put it
Can I
there
try?
because
Can I try?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if I answer it correctly, whatever he's won, he also brings it my way.
I win.
What is
Yeah.
this game? Uh-huh.
Is it D for girl?
No, it's not.
What is Senge?
It's a motorcycle.
What?
Can you imagine?
Hapana. Senge.
No, that is Msenge.
Okay.
Ah.
What is Msenge then?
Msenge is now gay.
Aha,
I
okay,
think.
sasa.
Right?
So close. What do you mean
So
now?
close.
What do you mean? So
Yo,
Nicolas
George, we're
Senge?
definitely getting.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Senge.
think the
Senke.
spelling is NG. Senke. Okay.
We
So
clearly
you
don't
guys-
live in Kenya.
Mtagawa
Me, I was like, because I was like, you.
Yeah.
I've been at my local.
I'm sorry.
Those are fighting
that's
words.
my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
I've seen words. I've seen fists. I've seen jugs thrown over that word.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen.
Senke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. Last
Okay.
one. Steve.
Okay. So.
And you wanted to
Who
steal
said
mine
I, who
and-
said I
and
won't
didn't win.
get?
Who said it's fun?
Still general knowledge
Uh-huh.
at 80 shillings. I see it's
General
still there.
knowledge for 80 shillings.
Yeah.
What part of the human body produces insulin? Should I go with multiple?
Go with the choices because I know it. I just can't remember.
If you hear it,
If I hear it,
know.
I'll
What
remember.
part of the human body produces
Yeah,
insulin?
top 100, weren't you? This one was top 100.
That was over a
Go to
decade
alliance.
ago.
Maybe that's the problem.
He did.
Oh, he's an alliance.
You don't
New
know.
Chesachini.
This guy is like number 30 in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sour.
Okay.
Both years.
Yeah.
Both
I'm
class
a
8 and Form 4.
Libantian.
He knows this. If you don't know this, I'll troll you for life.
What part of the human body produces insulin?
Yeah.
A, liver. B, kidney. C, pancreas. D, intestines.
Pancreas.
Yeah, you get your 80 shillings.
Okay.
You
Fine.
know why I didn't the choices?
Yeah.
Because I thought it might be gallbladder. That's the only reason. So if pancreas and gallbladder was there,
together.
So
man.
we came from Nini, Senge. You thought gallbladder.
And it was
Gallbladder.
choice D.
Go
For the girl.
Go for girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, choice D indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, choice D did. Yeah.
The jokes write themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We
Yeah.
come to the end of another episode. Yeah. Now we do the introductions again.
Yeah.
This time, where are you? Are you a leader or a follower? Oh, I start
Okay,
again.
Asking me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
My name is. Yeah. I say it so many times, I forget. My name is Oliver Rao, and I am definitely a leader. I believe so. I've never been able to fit anywhere, and for that reason only, I believe I'm a leader because a lot of my choices in life, or the life I'm living, is quite unconventional. So only going by that, I do believe that I stand as a leader. Who wants to go next?
Hello, my name is George Gathiani, the author of Mystery Monkeys, a book that hopes to show you how to lead your own life. By writing this book, I became a leader, and I think if you read it, you might become one too. The goal in life is to lead yourself and hopefully to get people around you who you respect to follow your vision. Good luck. Thank you.
Man, feels like Martin Luther just spoke and I
I
have to
know.
follow up.
I had to renew mine.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. My name is Stephen Mathenge. Am I a leader or a follower? I think I'm a leader, but waiting for his calling. Yeah.
Thank
Not bad.
you so much, guys. Thank you.
One upped immediately.
Yeah.